to be honest, I got nothing to say on the intro, so I'm gonna just go ahead and run the intro. So I just finished watching Among Us, and yet it was actually pretty good. But what I gotta say about it, because first off, I'm gonna say it's an average 9 out of 10. Well, actually, 10 out of 10, because it's actually pretty good. So the first off I'm gonna say is that it is so realistic and so accurate with the fact that they copied almost everything from the game. So basically, back in the OG days of Among Us, people found a way of cussing, because we actually did, and people call it like a B word and stuff like that. And basically, so yeah, we was basically all that in Among Us until the modern Among Us, until they fixed that problem. And then so they also obviously cuss in the show, which is actually pretty accurate. And then what's so accurate about this is the imposters, is because there's actually one dumb one and one smart one. The fun thing about this is the fact where Orange literally kills right in front of almost everyone, and that's how it shows what the dumb imposter is. And basically that's basically the dumb imposters. Like, for example, like the newbies, like the people who are actually like new to the game, and they literally kill right in front of the crewmates, and they instantly vote her out, and she didn't really do nothing about it. But then for Green, the smart one, who actually plays it very good. Now, there should be a second season of Among Us that should have the imposter win instead of actually the crewmates, and then actually just 5 seasons straight up, and then have like a pattern: crewmates win, imposters win, crewmates win, imposters win. That'd be actually very interesting, because each season will have a different map. The first season will obviously be the scaled, second season will be the polis, then third, and then it just keeps going on. Now, I really thought, so what I'm going to say is probably my plot of Among Us, because why not? I got nothing else to talk about Among Us in this episode, so basically, yeah. In this episode is basically so that they have, where basically, like, they have their own scaled, and so basically, my plot is that we're going to obviously have imposters and crewmates doing their task. They're slowly trying to figure out who's the imposter, obviously. And then by the end of the show, the scaled crashes onto the polis, and that moves on to the second season into the polis. Then at the end of that season, we'll also have so there will also be extra imposters each season, and then more crewmates each season. So for the first season, we'll just have the rainbow, and then for the second season, we'll have like black, white, brown, and probably gray. And then for the third season, we'll probably like have all the light rainbow colors. And then for the and then it just goes on with different colors for the more to add on. And then that makes, and what's part of this is that it makes the season as long as more crewmates are there, that the longer it goes. So back to season 2, where it crashed the scaled, and then around the end of season 2, they get beamed up by the Mirror HQ. The Mirror HQ won't be the real problem in this show, because it's the real problem in the original show. But genuinely, it won't be the problem. It'll just be straight up the imposters. So once we deal with those imposters in the game, which probably the imposters or crewmates will win. I don't know which one will, because I lost track. And after that, we'll crash. Well, the next map would probably be the airship, but how are we gonna move on to the airship? So it turns out, what if let's say a crewmate survives or imposter survives, the ship is about to crash, so they jump just in time over to the next ship, and then slowly watches the other ship just crash to the ground. Now, they all go to space or something like that, continue flying the airship, and meet like the next set of crewmates. Then in the airship, they'll crash onto the fungus map, and boom. And that's where it all ends, and probably a season 6 if they ever come out with a new map. But overall, that would have been my whole plot of Among Us. But I still like the original, and tell me if you actually like mine, because they'll actually look pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much the Among Us, because I actually kind of like Among Us. I played it for a while now, until I was young, around COVID times. But genuinely, like Among Us is actually pretty good. Like, I'm not glazing the show, so don't even think that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, I really hope you did. So yeah, see you next week.